Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Vechain price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Vechain chart, which has managed to break above a high at around the $0.02182 mark and has also continued holding above that high, and we're also trading above the 20-day MA. And before I get into that part of the technical analysis, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to start the video here on the 1 hour chart by first giving you a recap of what has been happening and also give you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, where you can see that Vechain, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, which has given us a high at around the $0.023 mark. And by first giving you a measure from this lower low that we made over here to the lower high, you can see that Vechain is up by 50.05%, which is a very nice bounce to the upside. And in that bounce to the upside, Vechain has been obeying the Elliot structures, where if I zoom in, you can see that I have this Elliot structure in blue, having the wave 5 completing the formation of that first wave to the upside. Then we saw wave 2, then continued pushing even higher in the formation of this wave 3, then saw a wave 4, and then a wave 5, which has now completed an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. That is this Elliot structure that I have right here in yellow. And after seeing the formation of a first wave, whatever we expect next is a corrective structure in the formation of a second wave. And in the formation of that wave 2, we also expected to see an ABC corrective structure, which we are seeing over here. And here on the charts, I had sketched out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2 using the Fibonacci's by connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, and that gave me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618. And you can see in this ABC corrective structure, we didn't quite fully maximize our target area to the lower side in the formation of this second wave, and because of that, that gives me two possible scenarios that could be playing out here on the Vechain chart. And the very first one is, maybe we have seen the low for this second wave in this low that we made at around the $0.01952 mark, and whatever we are seeing at the moment could be the start of the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, which we expect after seeing the formation of a second wave. And by first sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.02983 mark. And that is the minimum that I would expect that wave 3 to the upside to do here on the Vechain chart. And for that to play out, we need to continue holding above the wave 1 high, which I have marked here on the charts using this dotted line, and that perfectly lies at around the $0.02182 mark. So in case we continue holding above that high and also see an impulsive move to the upside, then that will be the formation of that wave 3, and I will expect that move to also manage to break above a key area of resistance at around the $0.02436 mark. And once that happens, then we can fully maximize our target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. The other possible scenario that could be playing out over here is that maybe we did not see the high for this first wave at the high that we made at around the $0.02182 mark. Maybe the high that we have made at around the $0.02297 mark could be the high for that wave 1 to the upside. And if that is the case, then I'll have to shift this Elliot structure to have that as the high for that first wave, then expect a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of that second wave. And if that is the case, I'll be sketching out a new target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2. But for this to happen, we need to lose the 20-day MA and also see a corrective structure to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2, having that wave C of that ABC corrective structure fully maximizing our target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 2. We can also term whatever we are seeing over here as an overshooting wave B to the lower side, so we can still have these as the high for that first wave. Then whatever we are seeing at the moment could be an ABC corrective structure, where we can have these as the wave A, Then this is an overshooting wave B. Then expect one more new low in the formation of that wave C to fully maximize our target area to the lower side. So those are the three possible scenarios that we can expect here on the Vechain chart. And for us to continue saying that in the formation of that wave 3, we need to continue holding above the wave 1 high, and if we lose the wave 1 high, then I'll start losing confidence in that Elliot wave structure to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, and have faith in this ABC corrective structure where we can have this as the wave A, then an overshooting wave B before we continue pushing even low in the formation of that wave C to fully maximize our second wave to the lower side. And before I give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, allow me to take a look at the indicators here on the 1 hour chart, where you can see that on the RSI we are trading at around the 61 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 before we get into the overbought region, and also massive room for us to support any movements to the lower side in the formation of this wave C. And taking a look at the MACD, we have been able to print a bullish cross. That means higher prices are still coming our way, but we are seeing a bit of a decrease in the buying momentum, meaning we might be able to print a bearish cross. And jumping to the daily chart to give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, here on the daily chart you can see that I have this Elliot wave structure in red, where you can see that Vechain, from these low prices that had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $0.28 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we had been seeing no prices in this ABC corrective structure, which took us back to around the $0.015 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2. And there are chances that whatever we are seeing on the 1 hour chart could be the start of the formation of this wave 3 to the upside, which is an impulsive wave. And here on the daily chart I have sketched out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.46277 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do. And those are my long-term and short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, so let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.